Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with just a little update video. I know I've been updating some of you as my sister goes through her cancer journey. She was diagnosed at the end of January with stage 3 multiple myeloma. And it was a very traumatizing thing. By the way, I just made a coffee and thought I would sit down and do this because I haven't done it for a while. So, I know I haven't been putting out as many videos. I apologize for that. I'm trying to get together a giveaway video. I want to do a challenge video, or a challenge, like a 1,000 subscriber challenge coming up. But yet I can't do that yet until I know more about when I'll be traveling. I went home at the end of January, sorry, to be with my sister when she was diagnosed. And I was able to be with her for 3 weeks, get her started on her treatments. So that was really good. She started last week. Round 3 of chemo. A round of chemo lasts 1 month. Luckily for my sister, she gets a lot of blood work, and most of her chemo is either oral medications or she gets injections. She has to get one in the back of her arm every Tuesday and Friday, and one in her stomach every Tuesday and Friday. And then she takes some oral medications, chemo medications with that. She has not lost her hair. She's extremely tired, which is to be expected. But other than being nauseous sometimes, not a whole lot of nausea or vomiting. So we're very grateful for that. After the 3rd round of chemo, she did meet with a stem cell transplant doctor and has qualified for that. And they will use her own stem cells. But they don't know if 3 rounds of chemo is enough yet. So they may have to do a 4th round before they do the transplant. But what that entails is that she will be in the hospital for 3 weeks, where they will get her white blood cell count down to, like nothing. Therefore, she will not have any thing to fight off infection. So she will have to be secluded, isolated. I guess it's called isolation, where she will be in a room, no visitors, anything like that. So that is difficult for us. Number one, because I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to be in a room for 3 weeks by myself. We did that. We did that with COVID. But she also has expressed that she wants me to come home when she has the stem cell transplant. So anyway, she goes in for 3 weeks. They tear down her white blood cell count. They take the stem cells from her. Then they clean them. And then after that 3 weeks, then she gets the stem cells put back into her body. And hopefully they will take and they will start making the good, clean stem cells. Which would then, in turn, put her cancer into remission. The thing with multiple myeloma, there is no cure. It goes into remission. How long you stay in remission, we don't know. And then you start the whole process over again. We did not ever expect my sister to be the one going through this. I have the monoclonal cells that go along with multiple myeloma. I have what is called MGUS, which basically is pre-multiple myeloma, is how I describe it. It is also referred to as smoldering multiple myeloma, which means I have the abnormal cells, but I don't have enough of a percentage of them that they are attacking my entire body and putting me at risk for the cancer. We always thought it would be me, if it was any of us, because I was diagnosed with the MGUS. She was not diagnosed with the MGUS, which most people aren't diagnosed with MGUS. I happened to, in 2016, fracture my pelvis, and I thought I had bone cancer because I didn't fall or anything when I fractured my pelvis. And in turn, they did a bone marrow biopsy, and they found the MGUS. So, they found it accidentally. Whether I will ever have to go through what she's going through, we don't know. You may never develop it. It may never develop beyond this. Or it could be like her, and surprisingly, it just shows up one day. Hers is an extremely aggressive form of cancer. That's why it's stage 3. There are only 3 stages of multiple myeloma. So, but the good thing is, which has helped me, is that they would not do a stem cell transplant unless they absolutely thought for certain that they could get her into remission. So, it is basically, I guess, a game she'll play for the rest of her life. How long can she stay in remission? How long can her body take the process of going through the chemo and then having a stem cell transplant and just doing that whole process. So we just never know. But I will say, not only did I suffer, my mental health has suffered since she was diagnosed, but because I have a younger sister, and then I have my older sister, which is the one with cancer, and we are extremely close. Even closer so, since my mom passed away in 22. And, I don't think I've slept more than 1 or 2 nights a week since my sister was diagnosed. So my mental health has really struggled, because I haven't been sleeping. I have chronic insomnia from trauma as a child, and so my body has just never learned to peacefully sleep and to let things go. I don't have thoughts on my mind just constant. It's not like I can't shut off my mind. It's just that my body does not shut down to go to sleep. So this week, finally, I meet with a psychiatrist online. And I also meet with my therapist online through the Brightside app. But this week they put me on a new medication. And I have slept 4 days in a row. 4 days in a row. Sleep is my best friend right now. And it feels wonderful. I'm not very tired when I go to bed because I've never had this much sleep in a very long time. So that's kind of where we're at. But I'm really grateful that I can sleep. I don't care if it takes medicine. Give me the medicine. I'll take it. Let's see. I have a little list. Other things. I have been crafting a little bit. Of course, I've been craft shopping. But I did make some birthday cards this week that I had to send out for my birthday group. I broke a tooth. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. So I had to go for an emergency dental visit on Tuesday to Oakland. Not excited about that. Me and the dentist, you could be the kindest dentist, and I've had some really kind dentists. I'm going to a new dentist this time, because my old dentist just closed their office, which I've gone to for like the past 7 years, and they were wonderful. They totally understood and helped me deal with my dental anxiety. So now I really don't know what to expect with this new dentist. And because I'm an emergency, it's an emergency visit. I go in at 1, and I don't really have an appointment. I just get seen between patients. So they could have 10 patients and then see me. They could have 2 patients and then see me. You just never know how long you're going to be waiting. Oakland's not the greatest place to be. A lot of crime and violence in Oakland. But I'm going to go and get my tooth looked at. I need a little filling. I think a filling fell out. It's on the back of my tooth. But it's a front tooth and it's on the back. And you can kind of tell from the front that it's missing. So I will deal with the dental anxiety, and maybe I should take a sleeping pill when I go to the dentist. No, I'm kidding. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been reading a lot. I was in a reading slump. I don't think I read hardly at all in February. Yeah, I didn't read it all in February. And then in March, it started picking back up. And I just recently finished 3 or 4 books. I finished this book called Lost Girls, where 3 friends go traveling all around the world. It was a true story. Jennifer Baggett, I think, is one of the authors. If you're looking for something to read, that's a great book. I also finished listening to The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie. If you haven't heard about that whole situation, her mom was a YouTube sensation, whatever, with her and her family, and she was arrested for child abuse and convicted. And this was the daughter that wrote the book. So I just finished listening to that. I'm now listening to a book called In This Mountain by Jane Karen. It's a whole series. It has about 10 or 12 books. And I'm on like book 6, maybe 6 or 7. So I'm listening to that in the car. I'm reading the book Binding 13, which is kind of slow. It's by Chloe Walsh. It's kind of slow. It's a young adult book. I want to finish it because I don't like to not finish a book. But it's a little slow. It's a really thick book, but I read it on my Kindle when I go to bed. And you'll have to let me know down below in the comments. Do you read more than 1 book at a time? Do you only read 1 book? Do you read it all? Leave me a comment down below. What are you reading? What have you read? Do you read more than 1 book at a time? I listen to 1 in the car. I read 1 on my phone during the day, which I'm reading The Blooming of Delphinium by Holly Varney. It's also a series. Very good. Very peaceful, joyful, slow, small town life book. It's just, very upbeat, and so there's not a lot of drama. And then I'm reading Binding 13. Whenever I go to bed, I read it on my Kindle. So, that's kind of what I've been up to and what I've been reading. What's going on with my sister. I've been doing some planning videos, some haul videos. But other than that, if there is anyone that wants to do like a personal or private swap with me, please contact me. We can do some handmade goodies as well as some store-bought things, and just make up our own little swap, which can be, spring or summer. And we can make or do whatever we want with that swap. It's just easier for me because I don't know when I'm traveling. My sister wants me to come home, like I said, for the stem cell transplant, but I don't know if it's financially feasible. I am going to leave my PayPal, her GoFundMe, all of that down below. If I get enough funds into my PayPal where I can visit her, then I will. You know, of course, I have to do my taxes and that kind of thing, so maybe we'll get some money back on our taxes. I don't think so, but so we'll just have to play it by ear and see how it goes. So I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day, and I'll be back soon with another crafty planner or beauty video.